Yo, yo. Guys, I still didn't get an answer of Twitch, by the way. Like, it's still pending. I sent them an unban request, and they did not answer yet. It's been 3 days now. I have a weird feeling. I feel I will get unbanned, but I don't know why. Maybe I shouldn't feel this way.
What's good, everybody? This is the one and only GM, and today I want to talk about the state of Tekken 8. I've noticed a lot of people are quitting the game now. I see a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube, all types of stuff, that are just not happy about the state of the game. They letting the game get to them, and a lot of people are just quitting the game. I just want to make this video to let people know my true feelings about the game, the state of the game, the community, and I just want to keep it 100 with everything, because I feel like when it comes to me and my opinions, a lot of people have been kind of putting words in my mouth about the game, and saying all types of stuff that's not true. So I wanted to make this video so I could express my true feelings about the game. I know some people think I'm shilling the game. Some other people say all types of crazy stuff. I feel like the people that are saying that are people that don't.
Do you think that he shields the game?
Don't really watch my streams, or people that just take stuff out of context. A lot of stuff I say is definitely out of context, and people are not really really listening to what I'm saying and just taking small clips.
Bro, to be fair, GM, I like you. But you are accusing other people of not really listening to what you say, but you do the same to Nova Saiken. Like, I don't know, man. Like, if it is annoying you that people don't really listen to your arguments, then, like, start with an example, I would say. Do you agree with that, chat? I feel like he does it to Nova. So, I don't know.
And going for it. My honest opinion about Tekken 8, I'm gonna start with season 1 of Tekken 8, right? Season 1 of Tekken 8, I felt like Tekken 8 was like really easy to play from the get-go. So I adapted to Tekken 8 a lot faster than I adapted to Tekken 7. It took me quite a little while to adapt to Tekken 7, because I felt like the jump from Tekken Tag 2 to Tekken 7, those games are way different. Like a lot different. Like, I think Tekken 7 was like the most different Tekken game when it comes to movement and all the new added features. I felt like Tekken 8, people could say what they want about Tekken 8, but I just felt just like it's just way easier to do a ground game in Tekken 8. Like, I just had an easy time to play normal Tekken without getting randomed out. I felt like that in Tekken 8. I don't know if it's because Lee's neutral tools got way better in Tekken 8 compared to Tekken 7, but I felt way more comfortable just playing a ground game in Tekken 8 compared to Tekken 7. In Tekken 7, I felt like I could die at any single time, eating a counter hit or a get-up kick or something, and it was just kind of uncomfortable playing that game, like playing toe-to-toe with people. Like, I felt like you died too fast.
Eh? So you wanna tell me that Tekken 7 is harder to play the neutral than in Tekken 8? Your argument are get up launchers and CH counter hit. Yeah, but you have maybe not the get up launchers here, but in Tekken 8 you have like 10 other things. Law has a 10 frame counter hit launcher, G-Clef's counter hit launching, Dragunov 1, 2, fucking while standing heat dash I-12 combo, heat smash from range 4 plus frames. Like, I don't know, how do you, like, I don't understand it. You can die in Tekken 8 way easier than in Tekken 7, and Tekken 7 you can turtle.
And Tekken 8,
Did you go out today or some? You look sharp. I am, my mom said the same. She came, I swear. I went into the kitchen, my mom wanted to tell me something, and then she looked at me, she said, why do you look so good?
I feel like it's easier for me as a lead player.
Did you do something?
To play more of a ground game.
I said no.
But, of course, it's all about who you play against too, right? Once I started playing
maybe because
players,
I shaved, yeah.
I started to notice the casino issues. There's times and there's certain people that you might fight. Example, Season 1 Bear and things of that nature. Early Season 2 Lars. Lydia and Heat. There's a lot of characters that you can play that they could just casino you once they get started with their mix-ups and Heat. You eat in casino the whole match, and you literally could just lose just by guessing wrong the whole time. Because the 50-50s are so strong in Tekken 8, you have no choice but to guess. Even the best players in the world will guess wrong. So somebody that's not that great can definitely beat a top player in Tekken 8 just by putting them in the vortex all the time. Because there's too many tracking moves, too much plus frames, and even if you got good movement, if you find like a guy like a top Oscar player, you're gonna get clapped and you're gonna eat mix-ups the whole day. So it don't really matter sometimes if your movement and spacing is really good. The thing that I tell you about Tekken 8 though, that's kind of like one of those things. This may be a rough take for people to take, but this is how I feel. I still feel in Tekken 8, if you can move, space, and know how to step, you have a better advantage against somebody that just kind of just stands still and knows when to press. Because most people in Tekken 8, they can't move. They just know how to pressure and press. And you know, they good at guessing, but they can't move and they can't space and they can't really poke. I think somebody that can poke, space, and move has a much bigger advantage than somebody that just stands there and can't move. But obviously the person that stands still has a very good chance of winning. And the reason why is because offense is too good. And when somebody just stands still and doesn't move properly.
Okay, we can say that this segment from this year to this year was very good so far. I don't think he said anything untrue.
They're focusing on offense. And when somebody's focusing on one thing, they tend to do it really, really good. Somebody that's like above average in Tekken with good fundamentals and stuff like that, they're going to be focusing on math stuff. They're going to be focusing on movement, spacing, and all types of stuff. Most players, they just focus on rushing you down and guessing. That's it. So, you know, they're going to be good at blocking and they're going to be good at pressure. So that's one thing about Tekken 8 is that the game it doesn't teach you Tekken fundamentals because you don't need a backdash and you need a move and you don't need a space because the 50-50s are so good. Knockdown lows, heavy plus. So obviously I can see why a lot of people don't like Tekken 8 because people just don't like getting mixed up the whole game. People just hate just sitting there and having to guess. One issue with the community is a lot of people that complain and hate Tekken 8 have never played a game outside of Tekken 7. That's like their first Tekken game. So they actually don't really know what real Tekken is. I would not say Tekken 7 is real Tekken. There's a couple of reasons why Tekken 7 is not a real Tekken game. One, it has DLC characters. Tekken has never had real DLC characters like that. Two, Tekken 7 had 2D characters with meter. Also, Tekken 7 had rage arts.
This is what I don't understand now. Okay, for example, I am a Tekken 7. I started with Tekken 7, so this applies to me. Now, if anyone watches my gameplay, he can know that my spacing, my movement, my whiff punishment, my mind games, my poking is just above, like way above average. And I started with Tekken 7. And when I criticize Tekken 8 now, what's the point of saying that now people that criticize Tekken 8 but only played Tekken 7 don't know what real Tekken is? Like, now my opinion is not important anymore because I didn't play Tag Tournament 2? Or I don't agree with that. I kinda agree with him because I didn't really like Tekken 7 that much. Yeah, okay, you can. I did dislike Tekken 7 also after a few seasons because of the DLC characters. He's not wrong there, but I'm just saying that doesn't mean that I don't know what real Tekken is. It's just an IQ thing and an arguments thing. I can argue it. I bring always arguments. Just because I didn't play the game before Tekken 7, that doesn't mean that I am a retard, you know?
And Tekken 7 also had armor moves and things like that. So Tekken 7 added a bunch of stuff to Tekken that's not Tekken. Because rage arts and armor moves and heat and rage drives, that's not Tekken. That's like new age stuff. So people don't really know what real Tekken is unless you play games older than Tekken 7. So a lot of people don't know how to compare. Like if they compare like Tekken 8 to something, it's always comparing to Tekken 7. And people will complain about Tekken 7 OD because of the 2D characters and this and that. But obviously the backlash.
I tell you why I compare it to Tekken 7. I don't compare it to Tekken 7 in order to say that Tekken 7 did everything correct and Tekken 8 does everything wrong. I am saying that Tekken 7 had the good parts that we liked and that got worse in Tekken 8. And the parts that we dislike about Tekken 7 got more in Tekken 8. That's why I bring up Tekken 7. So for example, I bring up Tekken 7, I say we had 2D characters in Tekken 7, and that was shit about Tekken 7. Now in Tekken 8, everyone has meter. I didn't like overpowered DLC characters. Now the DLC characters are overpowered. Even more. I didn't like that they bring out specific characters that they patch out the weaknesses so they are just can do everything. And then Tekken 8 came out and they did it worse. I didn't like that they introduced characters that don't fit Tekken, like from Final Fantasy with Noctis. And then in Tekken 8, they released Clive, who is even worse. So I think it is very good to compare Tekken 8 to Tekken 7. Because you can see the start of the bullshit from Tekken 7, what he also acknowledges.
On Tekken 8 is worse because people just don't like eating mix-ups all day. But at the same time, it's kind of funny because most players, they don't know how to play Tekken outside of just putting you in 50-50s or pressing and guessing. So it's kind of funny that people complain.
Who is gonna buy Tekken 8 with Tekken 7 gameplay with good graphics? No one will do that. I disagree. I think if they would have released Tekken 7 with Tekken 8 graphics without the DLC characters and 2D, this game would be more successful than Tekken 8. It literally would. I would buy it. Bro, now imagine, bro, we used to have 100k viewers on Tekken tournaments, Evo and shit. Now we have 5k. People used to like watching Tekken 7 tournaments, you realize this, right? You know, this gaslighting of saying, yeah, Tekken 7 was boring to watch. Okay, but how come the numbers don't reflect that statement? How come the sound of the venue don't reflect the statement? Like, just the sound of the people that are attending the tournament when they watch the event is just speaking for itself. It was hype.
About mix-ups all day when your whole play style is just trying to mix somebody up. You don't know how to play Tekken outside of 50-50s. So I think to me it's kind of funny that everybody complains about eating 50-50s when that's all you know how to do. So that's why a lot of these guys are really good at Tekken 8, but not good at Tekken at all. Like other Tekken games are just basic neutral Tekken. Because honestly, like me, I don't practice Tekken 8. I'm beating people not because Lee is OD, but because I have real Tekken fundamentals and I learned how to play Tekken in older Tekken games, so my spacing and footsies and everything and movement is good. So basically what I'm trying to say, my fundamentals are carrying me. It's not because I'm a god at Tekken 8, because I'm not. I just have really good fundamentals, and most people that play Tekken 8 don't have fundamentals. So that's the main issue with the game. The game doesn't teach you fundamentals.
Okay, I can understand this because I also don't really am a good Tekken 8 player. I am carried by fundamentals, that's all. My opponents have no fundamentals. And even the good players that have fundamentals, mine are just better. So he has a point. I get it, what he's talking about.
And the game kind of carries you for yourself. You can win without fundamentals in Tekken. So that's my biggest issue with Tekken 8, is that you could win without fundamentals. So that, to me, that's what makes the game not very good. Most people just be like, oh, it's just because I get 50-50'd all day, this game is horrible. Yes, that's bad. The game has potential to be good if they nerf the plus frames and the tracking and nerf moves that cover all options and make it to the point that everybody got weaknesses again. Because honestly, once you in heat, it pretty much covers your weaknesses. You know, like obviously some characters like Lydia and Lee and characters like that, you could say like Lars, you know, there's a certain amount of characters that have their weaknesses, but once they go into heat, the heat covers all their weaknesses. Like heat is pretty much like turning Super Saiyan.
I saw the same thing on World of Warcraft, man. The people were crying about the old gameplay, and then when they did bring World of Warcraft Classic, they played it for 1 month and then the cry started again. You know what you have to do when you see the situation? Realistically, this is what happens. Tekken 7 is better than Tekken 8, okay? But Tekken 7 is worse than Tekken 6. So Tekken 7 has problems introduced that the people want gone. Then Tekken 8 comes out and it makes everything worse. The people cry for the least worst, which is Tekken 7. They compare it, they say rather this. When they would release Tekken 7, the people would eventually start to cry again because it still has things that are not acceptable. So just because it would get reverted to the old state, that doesn't mean that people wouldn't complain anymore, because there's still stuff to complain about, which is okay. But Tekken, that's what we say all the time, Tekken 8 is just so horse shit that you would accept something that is also a bit shit, but at least less shit.
So, you know, one of the biggest issues is obviously the heat mechanic. Because that shit, like, you go into heat, everything plus, you got knockdown lows, you got everything you need. Heat is literally turning into Super Saiyan. That's what he is. So that's the main issue with Tekken 8 and things of that nature when it comes to Tekken 8. That's literally the issue with the game. So yeah, guys, I feel like the only way Namco could fix this game is by lowering the plus frames. They gotta redo Heat. Heat is too OD. It is way too OD. I actually don't like watching tournament matches, because tournament matches, honestly, like, I know people might get mad at what I say, it's horrible to watch. The gameplay is not good. It's not.
It's not.
There's one guy that's most
It's
likely...
not. It's not. That is the most important statement of the fucking day. The tournament gameplay is not good. When I watch the tournaments and I watch them play, the gameplay is just not nice. I am watching it, it's not nice. Occasionally it's nice, obviously, occasionally. But overall, like, I would say 95% of the matches are not nice.
International player, could move well, space well, and then his opponent is one dude that just stands there and moves forward the whole set and just mashes 50-50s in armor all day.
And that dude is eventually a Azuka player or a Ana player, and then Like, I'm very sorry if you play those characters and you feel attacked, but it's just the baseline truth that these characters are so broken that someone like Tibetano can win against Arslan Ash, Trizzy the Rapper can win against Knee, Fergus can win against Knee, like all this, like, completely ridiculous situations. Like, okay, people say, yeah, but he is a good player. Man, there is levels to this, man. Fergus can't even beat me in a tournament.
Is not really the player's fault that play style works. It's Tekken 8. But I hate watching like matches like that where somebody could space and move and then the other guy just moving forward 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, no movement, just looking at you all day. Like, it's just horrible to watch. So I don't like high level Tekken 8 is bad. High level Tekken 8 is bad. Cause like real high level in other Tekken games, both players knew how to space, both players had to move. Or not, you get cooked. You wouldn't have no match against somebody that can move in space and stuff like that. So like Tekken 8 high level is not good. I see a lot of people complain they want to quit Tekken. My advice is to just quit the game or just play for fun. The game, obviously, y'all think I'm shilling. The game is not, I always said this game is not very good. When you play for fun, the game is alright. Like, I like playing League, because when I play League, I can still...
I agree with this. If you play the game like you would play Uncharted 3, or FIFA, or fucking, I don't know, man, you name it, Halo, just like a video game where you don't want to be like very good or the best or blah blah blah, improve this and that, competitive, look at it like a sport, then it is a good game. Candy Crush, Tetris, something like that. But as soon as you see Tekken 8 as like some sort of e-sport where you want to really become better and you have like some aspirations, the game becomes very shit. Why? Because the worse you are in this game, the more you get rewarded, and the better you are, the more you get punished. It like Tekken 8 rewards being average and punishes being exceptional. Because the exceptional dude, just because of the nature of the game, may look very shit. And the shit dude may look very good. Just because of heat.
I'll play people and play fundamental Tekken and win most of my matches. So I still like that about Tekken 8, that I could use my fundamentals and stuff and beat people. Obviously, you know, the casino aspects is corny because you can end up losing to anybody in Tekken 8. They could just casino you and you get bodied and you gotta hold that. And that's rough. That's really rough. To just sit there and eat 50-50s all day.
That is also the worst part of the game for me personally. I always bring up this player called Burn Dust because he's the best example. He has no poking, no punishment, no movement, nothing. He plays Zafina, but he just uses like 2 moves and I have to guess all the time. There's nothing I can do. Sometimes I win and sometimes I lose, but he doesn't play well. And that feels shit. Like, to just play this, it doesn't feel right. You know, you play, you know the opponent is much worse, but he just plays a character that you don't have to be good. Yes, I can react it.
And I think having 100 knockdown lows is too much. Knockdown lows, guard breaks, unbreakable throws. It's too much, man. They try to make it seem like playing defense is not worth it. Because if you block, you eat chip damage. If you block, you eat a guard break. If you block, you eat 100 plus frames. Or you eat a mix-up and then a knockdown. That doing this OD. I understand why Namco made it like that, because they want everybody to feel like they could win. Because if you do that, the most unskillful player could beat you. Just because he puts you in the Vortex. It's mad rough. Obviously, if you got fundamentals over the Vortex player, you still have an advantage, but you could still lose. You could still definitely lose. So
Medusa,
is one
there
of
is one streamer that says he'll not play new Fatal Fury because he don't like the animation, but then suddenly he's uploading tons of its content. Can you guess who? Okay, let me guess. TheMainManSWE probably shitted on the game, and then he got offered some sort of like sponsorship, and now he's shilling the game. Is that correct? That's just copy paste TheMainManSWE every time. I guess I'm right.
those things, man, that this game will only get better if they actually sit down and reverse everything. But I think it's kind of too late, to be real with you. Like, season 3 needs a big overhaul. I mean. They need to fix everything and make it so, like, you can actually block and move, because people don't want to eat mix.
That's what he's doing with Tekken.
And the damage is OD.
That's literally what he's doing with Tekken 8.
One time you die, and then that's the next round, just by one mistake. To me, that's crazy. That you just eat one mistake and you die. And it's like, damn, son, I just made one mistake and it's over? Round 2 fight? Oh, he got heat when the match start. Oh, he just do heat. And he just vortex me the whole day and I die. Like, I understand why y'all hate the game. But please, I'm going to be real with you. These creators, I ain't going to say no names, but these creators that I hate Tekken 8 content, and they play it every day, get God with every character, and play the game all day, and then I hate this game, but I play it more than people that play this game pro level, and they just play it like the game is like 9 to 5. I think that's corny, and you should probably go play Sonic Crossworlds or play Dragon Quest HD remake or something. Do something else with your time, man. Like, I still have fun with Tekken, because I play it for fun. So I'm not, is like, I can understand, like, if you lose.
Is he talking about Blackheart? Okay. Like, how much do I play this game? I would say I play it 3 times a week. 2 times or 3. So I do complain, but not all the time. And I do play it just because I do like to be the best Kazuya and entertain people, that's all. I would not say I play it like a 9 to 5 though, Lachtach, because I just play it on weekends, kinda. Like in the week, and maybe an hour or 2, max. Like from Monday to Thursday, I don't play Tekken 8, surely. But most people that I know, they play this game every day. I can't play this game every day. I would not do it. I don't have the time to do it, but even if I had, I wouldn't. Because it's unhealthy. I saw a strong correlation between mental health issues and high amounts of Tekken. Like, the longer or more the people play the game, the more they start to become mentally deranged and also take everything too serious. It's like they live in the Tekken universe. They don't live on Earth anymore.
In Tekken, that's your life, and then you won't be able to eat a Big Mac for the day. Then I can understand.
Medusa, by the way, I heard Blackheart blocks pros in this game. Blackheart, I heard about this also. Like, I heard, like, people are saying that when Blackheart plays ranked, he just blocks the people that beat him. But I don't know, because he didn't block me. And I can win against Blackheart, so no idea. You got to ask someone that got blocked. Mainman does the same? Does he? Really? That would be new. He blocks schizophrenic. I don't think he blocks people that can't, like, that beat him. He rather blocks people that beat him in a trolling way. Yeah. But for example, I play against Shitsu also. He trolls me also. But I troll him back. Head in the toilet.
You will get sad and start crying and stuff over the game. But please, man, if you hate a game, man, don't play it. You could criticize a game. It's fine to criticize a game, but if you hate it, you hate it. And just play something else. I don't play games I don't like. I don't like City of the Wolves, so I don't play it. I don't like Street Fighter 6, so I don't play it. You could easily not play something you don't like. And it's fine to not like things. It's fine to have an opinion about things. You know what I'm saying?
If the connection is bad, I understand.
And you see, I love Lee Cha-Lan, so I'm going to keep playing the game.
Chill stream
and
today.
Even if the game is not great, I'm going to still help people try to get better at the game and get good at the game.
Oh, one more thing. Everyone is allowed to not rematch one character. I think this should be established like a okay thing to do in Tekken 8. Now I will tell you what my character is that I will just not rematch because I have just no interest. And you tell me you can write one character now that you will not rematch. Which one is it? Okay. A lot of different types of characters. Alright. Mine would be between either Zafina or Clive. But I tend towards Clive more even. Clive is just... I just don't care, bro. I just don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Tekken creator. That's what I don't make Tekken to make everybody hate Tekken. So I don't make videos for that. I make videos to teach people how to play Tekken and to help people have more fun with the game. You know, shout out to everybody that's, you know, there's a lot of people that be trying to get at me and be like, yo, you don't know what you're talking about Tekken and this and that. You only know Tekken through a license. But there's way more people that...
Okay, so now he is addressing Nova Saiken. So... And now, after watching this for 14 minutes, I can tell that GM likes to take things that people say and then pretend as if some random people say this and then not address the person directly. He did it now with Blackheart. He did it with Nova Saiken just now, and before that he did it also with someone else. But I'm not sure. I think he meant King Ray Jr., but I could be wrong.
Have hitting me up and tell me, yo, your videos have helped me got better at Tekken. I got Tekken God because of your videos. I watch all your Tekken stuff and I improved drastically at Tekken. So, yo, shout out to all those people, man. I'm glad that my content and my knowledge in Tekken and
a documentary about Six Arakin
better at the game. Because that's why I make
content.
Funny? I make content because there's nobody really going ham with Lee Cha-Lan. And there's not a lot of people making Tekken content nowadays, especially ones that teach you how to play the game. I know some of my content may be spicy, but spicy is a part of entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? So we make spicy content, we make tutorial content, but you know, we do everything to help the scene, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help everybody. You know, I appreciate everybody liking my content. We close to 18K subscribers, so that's what's up. And then my Twitch, I'm close to 16K. So be sure to follow FightingGM_Tekken on Twitch. And YouTube, I will be doing more YouTube streams here and there. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, the state of the game is rough, man. You know, nowadays, if the only people really playing it are the hardcore Tekken people, a lot of people just quit the game already. So, like I said,
okay, this one is also something that I have a conspiracy theory about. I mentioned it before also, but I'm gonna say it again. Everyone is quitting the game. Okay, this statement is kind of true because around me, like, somehow most people that I know quitted the game or don't play it very often, very rarely. But they want to gaslight me and they say the player count is 5,000 to 6,000 on Steam. But when I look at other people trying to play the game, they always get the same few people. And then I found out that when you want to count the Steam player numbers, you just have to have an account and you got to be connected to the internet. So even if you would be only in the menu, you are counted as a player, as an online player. I assume that, taking into consideration that Bandai Namco already deletes like reviews and has some scummy, dirty behavior and very disingenuous ways in which they conduct their affairs, essentially, that they would get some IP addresses to just artificially boost the player count by 2,000. Because it's impossible that there is that many players, bro. There is not that many players. It doesn't work. You cannot delete reviews on Steam. That's not possible. Okay, then you tell me how they did it, because this is a factual thing. I can tell you what happened. So Season 2 releases, and the DLCs releases, and the stages release. They deleted the comments multiple times. One time, when the stage released and you need to pay for the stage individually, they had a shitstorm, and they deleted those reviews. Then Season 2 came out, and they got like 2,000 bad reviews over a week, and they deleted all of them, and they just said that this was spam. And then they got Fighting Game of the Year award. So you say it's not possible, but they have done it. And people made YouTube videos about them deleting the Steam reviews. They said they just review bomb, and then Steam deleted them.
I don't blame them, because nobody's really playing the game, so you're not really grinding like that. And then the tournament scene, the tournament circuit is rough, because if you don't live in Asia and Korea or Japan, you're not really
bro, a lot of players play Tekken 8. You forgot the console players as well. I am only focusing currently on the Steam numbers, because I don't have the PlayStation numbers. But I play on, like, I play with console and PC. Some people might turn it off. Okay, fair enough. But still, if it says that you have 6,000, 7,000 players on Steam, how come that the fucking blue ranks, the gold ranks, and the GOD ranks always complain about fighting against the same people over and over again? That can't be possible, statistically, if there is really that many people playing the game. It doesn't work.
Anybody that's gonna help you get better. And two, everything is way too expensive. Way too expensive. Almost everybody that was a pro player, they literally have a 9-to-5 right now. Which is, there's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. There's nothing wrong, but it shows you that being a pro is not sustainable. Which is why a lot of these pro guys also have a 9-to-5. On top of the game real being toxic and the game being unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? So I do commend, you know, the guys that's able to go at a pro level and they sponsored and they're able to compete. I see a couple of guys got dropped by their teams. That's just how it is. So they got to go back to square one. But yeah, I wish everybody the best of luck. Not everyone plays ranked. I hope the game gets better.
That's true, obviously.
You know, I wouldn't, my opinion, I wouldn't be 100% pro at the game. If you're going to be pro, just do it as a hobby. The game is way too unpredictable and crazy, and you could lose to anybody. So please do not be 100% Tekken pro. If you are going to be a Tekken pro, make content. Make YouTube content, stream. And then, you know, it can help you a bit better. But the game is too unpredictable. I wouldn't recommend anybody to be a tournament player in this game. So the game needs work, especially to make it a better tournament game. And just to make it more enjoyable for everybody. Because eating 50-50s all day is not enjoyable. And the game needs more content. Make the arcade launch, make it so I could play Tekken 2, 3, 4, 5. And I could do that for fun. And give us something besides rank. And also rank, make us have unlimited rematch. So we can have real sets. Because quick match is dope. Because you could keep playing sets in quick match. And rank is 2 games and you're done. That's whack. You can't adapt that fast in Tekken 8. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And let me know what you guys think about the whole thing I talked about.
Okay, what do you think about this video, first of all? I always give like a little... review, I guess. I do like the GM more than the main man. I think GM also sometimes is a bit disingenuous, a little bit. But like this, like, yeah, you play Tekken 7, you don't know real Tekken, this and that. But he is not as bad as the main man. He said the exact same shit Nova said. That's how I feel. Yeah, he was biased towards Nova. I ain't gonna lie. They did Nova dirty. He also. I will not lie. He did. He did a 180, yeah. He did. But it's not as bad as TMM still. Bro, TMM is the... I don't know, man. God infinity of shilling and gaslighting. That's like nothing in comparison. Has your opinion changed about FightingGM over time? No. I think this is my idea of FightingGM. I think he keeps it as true as possible. But when he feels like his like Tekken could like get destroyed in the sense of losing more and more and more momentum, he will eventually try to buffer it and like that it doesn't happen because he makes money with this finally. And he's very happy about this, and then he doesn't want to lose this. I can understand. I can understand. But the main man, for example, is a bit different. The main man will attack you. Like, he will attack everyone extremely, like as if he's sitting on some throne in heaven with the Tekken gods, and now here comes the main man. Okay, now we have the state of Tekken 8, who downplayed and who is overrated. How Tekken 8, blah blah blah. TheMainManSWE is wrong. Which one do you want to see? TheMainManSWE is wrong, or who is downplayed and who is overrated? Who is downplayed is more people, I think.
What's good, everybody? This is the one
And I should get some food.
and only GM, and today I wanted to make this video, and this video is basically I'm gonna just tell you guys who I think are the top 10 characters in Tekken 8. I'm not gonna put this in order, but these are the 10 best characters in my opinion to Tekken 8. I know a lot of you crayon eaters are gonna get mad because you always get mad at my opinion.
Okay, what are crayons? I heard this now too many times. What the fuck are crayons? Ah, pencils. Ach so. Okay.
Opinions about anything when it comes to Tekken. So all I'm gonna say is, one, I've won more tournaments than you. Two, I'm better than you at Tekken. And three, I know more about the game than you. So just watch the video and shut up. You heard? But on that note, this is just my opinion. The opinion is not factual. It's just my opinion. It's not like I'm smashing your girl or your mom's or your cousin or nothing like that for you to hold a grudge on me just because of my opinion about a character. So y'all need to grow up and stop eating Slim Jims, you heard? So yeah, so basically these are the top 10 characters in the game. This is no order, and these are who I think are the best characters in the game.
Okay,
So
before we start with this, I'm gonna get my food. This is gonna be a fun stream. Boys, look at the food. Everything a man needs, bro. Carbs, proteins. Here, GM, if you see this, I hope this is a confirmation now that I am not a crayon eater. I eat good food, my brain works. That is like cevapcici and then like vegetables like carrots and shit and then potatoes.
A top tier character to me, one of the best in the game, is Anna. Anna is ridiculously strong. Counter hit game crazy. A lot of crushing. Auto low crush during stance. Her lows are way too fast and way too plus. She's just extremely hard to deal with. And she pretty much is like the perfect character. You know, she got 10 frame counter hit, all types of stuff. Guy like 50-50s. I think going into heat and being able to go on the crouch make her even better at the game. She's easily one of the best characters in the game and easily top 10. Another top 10 character I'll be is Asuka. Damage output is like super high. She got ground spikes in open stage. Most characters can only spike you on after a wall combo, but she can do it in open stage after buttons. Her charge kick from crouch is super OD, and then she gets a grounded hit. She got some unseeable knockdown lows. Her reversals like cans and punch parry and everything do half-life. She's just way too strong, and she needs big nerfs. And she also has an install just like Anna, because Anna got an install and there's chip damage always when she hits you with the rocket launcher. So these two characters are top 10 in the game.
You know what, I have a hot take, which I don't know why it is a hot take, but I don't see June so far away from these characters. I know that Kira started with this a bullshit downplay, but June is so broken. Like, I see her there. For me, June is there. Top 5, top 10. But people, like, when I listen to other people, they all say she's bottom something.
Another character that I will put top 10 in the game is Feng Wei. He is a complete character. He has everything. He has godlike lows. He has godlike counter hits. Kempo is ridiculous. He has a parry that leads into a full combo. His back one is ridiculous, especially in heat, that he could just get a wall splat. His jabs are mad good. He has a lot of evasionness. Side step 4, normal hitting launcher. He just has mad 50-50s. Back 4-1 and then back 4 into tornado kick is broken, because that's a pure yes. The joint is OD. Like, you gotta, like, if you think the back 4 into jab is coming, you could duck it, but then he could do the spinning cartwheel and then do a 50-50 and back turn. He just extremely ridiculous, and I don't know why they gave him all those tools. It's just like he has overwhelming offense. I don't know why Feng players be downplaying him. He just...
The only reason why Feng players downplay him is because Feng, historically, had the best mid-shake in, I think, the history of Tekken. Back 4. And now that they made back 4 unsafe, they think the character is bad. That's all. It's just, they think just about back 4.
Perfect character. He could do whatever. He could play Tekken 8, he could play Tekken 7, Tekken 6, whatever kind of Tekken he want to play, he can play. Easily a top 10 character. And if you don't think so, then I don't know what to tell you. That's a you problem.
They didn't remove the
that I think is top 10 and the best slide character in the game.
They give him a follow-up.
Martial Law is the perfect slide character. He has a 10 frame counter hit, jab string in heat. 1+2 safe mid launcher that tracks in heat. Also good spacing. Knockdown slide into 1+2. His while standing 4 is ridiculous because he could go into DSS and plus frame and rush you down. It's just everything. He has great lows. Down back 3, down 4, 4-3 slide. His side step 1, whatever that move is, 0 on block. He could mix it up with the side step low. He also has a punch parry into heat. He just way too good. His new.
This one is also one that Super Akuma didn't understand. Super Akuma said that now Law is bottom 5 because he has nothing in heat, but he has a 10 frame counter hit launcher in heat. Coming from an Akuma player, maybe this seems normal to you, but having a counter hit 10 frame for the entirety of the game because he doesn't lose his heat is broken, and you can't poke against him.
Neutral is way too good. He does way too much damage. His heat is way too good. It's like he can do whatever. He can counter
Law
hit
is
you.
not
He
top
can punish
5.
you. His while standing punish is one of the best in the game too.
I don't think top 5 also.
1-2. 13
I don't
frame
think top
punish.
5.
Wall splats. Does a lot of damage. And of course while standing 2 for -15. He really doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. He's extremely hard to deal with.
I think Clive is
really,
better.
really good. And he's almost a perfect character. So Law is definitely, so far we got 4. So Law is definitely one of the better characters in the game by far. And if you disagree with it, you don't know Tekken. So another character that I will put as one of the best characters in the game.
Excuse me, bro. GM, if I don't agree that Law is top 5, I say maybe he is top 10. I don't know Tekken.
Is Brian Fury. Brian Fury is perfect. And the reason why he's perfect, all he needs is one counter hit and you die. And he's also extremely safe on everything. Brian is barely going to get punished. Quarterback 3 only is -13, and his other lows like down back 3 and down 4 only -12. A lot of plus frames. So quarterback 1, back 1. He's super duper good. He has like the best Oki in the game. You know, if you get knocked down, you tech row E taunt to heat smash, taunt to jet upper. He also has install, and then an install he could do the 4-4-2 parry. He just has everything. He has counter hits, installs. He has safety. His punishment is mad good. He could launch you for -14. You basically can't get hit by him. And, you know, it's hard to out Tekken Brian. His tools are just too strong. He's extremely good and barely has any kind of weaknesses. You know, he's a little bit, maybe you could rush him down a little bit, but it's hard because of his keep out as being so good. Another character that's a top 10 in the game is Dragunov. The reason why Dragunov is one of the best characters in the game, he has Tekken Tag 2 movement, so he could move out of everything, and he could just out Tekken you. He has the best low in the game, down 2. Also, his hatchet kick is super OD to the point that they had to nerf it and make it stagger on block.
I don't think down 2 is the best low in the game. I think the best low in the game, Leroy. Or Hoarang. I think Hoarang's low is better than Dragunov. You agree? Even Leroy's lows. He does a low and then you need to guess. And Hoarang gets a counter launcher for 120 damage from a low.
Of course, he has a fierce crouch and I think is down forward 1-2, 1-4. I don't remember. That move is.
What happened here?
Just if you solid at Tekken, you can out neutral anybody with him with no issues. And of course, while saying 1+2, and he full combo. So he's really good. He just has everything. He could outplay you. His neutral is like one of the best in the game. Like that's what makes him so good, is that he could play Tekken 8 because he has great heat, and he could also out neutral you in every single situation. He's a perfect character. Another character, I know a lot of you guys, she is the most downplayed character in the game. You guys are kind of...
What the fuck?
ridiculous not thinking she's OD is June. June is a ridiculous character. She doesn't really need to do much to beat you. Everything she does half-life. Everything. She's extremely safe. Her punishment is godlike. Her 10 frame punish, she could wall spite you from half screen, from crouch or standing. Obviously her range is OD with her optic blast, back 3, cans. It's hard to play defense on her because of her running too. Pressure, and then she go on the stance and mix you up with the heat smash. Good chip blows. It's just really hard to fight her. Like you can die off of anything she does on you. She's extremely good. Extremely good. Really safe. Better poke game than Asuka. Asuka just Muunga Bunga, but they're about the same. Also, her 4-1+2 is like probably the best heat move in the game. It actually parries everything, and you can't, and it's like +2 on block. You literally can't do anything besides bait it, and then on whiff is basically safe, right? So far we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 8, 9, 10. We got 3 more characters to go. So let's think about this. Let's see who else. Oh yeah, I think King is a top 10 character. He plays for you, man. Jaguar step is broken. Muscle buster, the armor move is broken. 4-4-1+2 and down 4-2-1 are also broken. You can't really press on him, and he controls spacing in the set too much without having to really backdash cancel or nothing. Then of course he has a cheesy multiple throws and stuff. He just controls situations, and he doesn't need to guess too much just because of Jaguar stuff. And down 4-2-1 is like one of the best hit confirming counter hit moves in the game. It's mad fast and he gets a full combo. So he's just way too good, and it's really hard to deal with him. And then of course he could just die from throws too. So he's a ridiculous character.
I think Dragunov is strong, but maybe more in great than in S. I don't think he is here, but I think King is here. I agree also with June. King controls the spacing too much. Like, you can't take your turn, kinda. Down forward 2-1 is too broken. And I don't know, like, he can break everyone's defense. Like, it doesn't matter how crazy your defense is, King can break it.
He's a ridiculous character. Like, it's just scary to be like, okay, I can't hit him because he Jaguar steps, I whiffed, and then, you know, I get punished. All he's doing push is 9 frames. Oh, I gotta hold that. He's really good, man. So let's see who else. So we got 2 more characters. Alright, the next
you know who he is missing? Claudio, Alisa. What about those two? Like, let's disregard everyone else for just a second. Only Claudio and Alisa.
character I'm gonna put is Clive. Clive has everything. He's a Tekken 8 character. He has godlike range. His poking is decent. He does mad damage. He's a walking 50-50. He's extremely good and extremely cheap. He doesn't really have any weaknesses, honestly. So you just gotta keep guessing against him. It's kind of OD, but yeah, you just gotta guess all day against him. He's extremely good. You gotta guess. The whole game you guessing. The whole game you guessing, and you gotta hold that. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the last character I'm gonna put, this might be kind of controversial, but I think Lily is one of the best characters in the game.
Yes.
I think Lily is way too good.
Yes.
She crushes everything. She crushes highs, mids, lows,
Yes.
constant 50-50 pressure the whole game.
Yes.
You just literally just have to sit there and take mix-ups the whole match. Another thing, her side step is mad good, so you always gotta worry about, you know, getting stepped. You just gotta worry about too much against her. And you can't sit there and block because you could get 50-50 the whole game. Her frames are too good. And she crushes way too well. Too many high crushes and stuff. And then her wall game is OD. Feisty Rabbit is like the most broken mix-up in the game. The low is like mad safe. It's only like -12. And then the mid is safe on block.
That's not true. The Feisty Rabbit is definitely more than -12. How minus is the low in Feisty Rabbit? When she goes low. That ain't -12. It's -13, right?
And she got a parry.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't change a lot for a lot of characters, but some characters.
And everything. She's OD, man. She's extremely good. The only other character that I would probably put up here is like Nina. Nina is complete. She's super duper solid, and she could poke out everybody in the game and kind of just outplay you just by fundamentally you. Plus, she can also play Tekken 8, obviously. And then another character that could probably be up here is Claudio, because Claudio is mad cheap. And everything. The short Yukin is cheap. He does way too much damage. He's way too simple. He's just ridiculous. Like, there's not heat smash, mix up, back one. He could just play mad simple, cook you just by not doing much. So these are the characters that I feel that are all meta. If you play any of these characters in tournament, you have a good chance of winning. These are the most meta characters in Tekken 8. Everybody else is just kind of like you could probably do it if you solid enough. But these characters right here that I mentioned are the very, very best characters in the game. The only other character I'll probably put up there too is Hwoarang. Because Hwoarang is just a walking 50-50 and he's broken and you always just gotta guess. You know, jab into heat, full combo. And
in my opinion, you can also put Lydia here and Heihachi and Zafina and Leo and Jin and Aliza and Lars. I am not even like making this up. I am literally saying that in the best characters there can be 20 for me.
Of course, his lows are mass safe. Everything is a mix-up with him. His heat is one of the best in the game because the jab confirming the full launcher. So yeah, those are the characters. Everybody else, it's like contender, like Elisa could probably do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. But to me, these are the best characters in Tekken 8, and these are the most meta characters in Tekken 8. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Again, this is my opinion, and this is what I think.
Okay. Now, downplaying Lee. Let's watch downplaying Lee.
Hey, I'm gonna react to TMM's my worst take as a Tekken content creator, and the video is about Lee. So first of all, before I even go into this, I want to explain a couple of things because I read some of the comments in this video, and a lot of people are spreading all kinds of lies and buffoonery about what I say and things about me as a creator and stuff like that. First of all, I've been playing Lee Chaolan for a very long time. I started maining Lee back in Tekken 5, so that was like 2004, and ever since then I've been playing Lee at a high level. I've been entering tournaments, and I was able to win tournaments in Tekken 5.1, Dark Resurrection, Tekken Tag 2, Tekken 6, Vanilla Tekken 6 Arcade Edition, Tekken 7, Vanilla Tag 2. So I've been winning with Lee for a very, very, very long time, and I was a top player with Lee in a very, very long time. So I see people were saying,
but he is a top player.
That I only know Tekken through the lens of Lee.
Bro, listen, the greatest set of all time, bro. If you wanna see some crazy gameplay, FightingGM versus Planted Medusa, 1st to 10, bro. That would be the craziest display of fucking execution and everything you've ever seen. That needs to happen. I have to have a first to 10 with him.
That's kind of dumb to say, because if I could tell a lot of people don't, you crayon eaters don't really play Lee Chalan, and you know how I know you don't play
Chill
Lee
stream
Chalan?
today, yeah.
This is how I know you don't play Lee Chalan. You do know that most of Lee's
good connection, obviously.
the way Lee works is that you have to know frames really well, right? You can't hit people with minus frame counter hit setups without knowing the frames in the game. Most of the damage Lee gets is from doing counter hit setups, which you need to know frames to do, and also from block punishment, which you also need to know frames to do. You can't win with Lee without knowing anything about the game. You can't. It's impossible to win with Lee without knowing any matchups. He's one of the characters that he's extremely dependent on character matchups, which is why when you see me play, I sidestep well against characters, I punish characters well, and I also place my counter hits extremely well with Lee. But that's because I have a long history of playing with Lee. So no, Lee doesn't carry me. I'm just really good with the character. That's one. And two, people say I only know Tekken through the lens of Lee. That's also pretty dumb. And the reason,
yeah, but bro, listen, I think we have to be always maximum truth telling, bro. He is one of the best Lee players in the world. I don't know, like, he is not carried by Lee. I don't, like, he is not carried by Lee. Of course he's not. Or would you say FightingGM is carried?
why that's
The thing is, FightingGM, the way he knows frames is he knows when he can interrupt and when not. When you use a move that is too slow for like taking your plus frames, and then he interrupts you with a magic 4 string or 1-2 or down forward 2 or whatever. Obviously, he's gonna get some moves wrong. He will say a move that is minus 13 is minus 12 or something. That it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't mean that he is a bad player. Okay, now I am a good player, no? I got GOD2, I play against the best all the fucking time. I don't know shit also. But I somehow know still, if that makes sense. Because of experience.
that's pretty dumb, is because obviously I've been playing Lee mostly my whole life.
Okay, I don't claim I know.
So, you know, I'm gonna judge the game based off my experiences with the character that I play. I'm not a character. I'm not a person that plays 100 characters. I never like doing that. I've always been one to just play with my main. So obviously, I'm not gonna know every single thing about every single character in the game. Like, I don't play every single character. I know how to fight just about every character, and I know the frames of every character. But I don't I'm not gonna tell you like, okay, Jin has a bad matchup against this character because this and that. No, I'm not gonna know that. I'm just gonna know of my experience against the character playing Lee. And also, you know, me understanding Tekken on a different level compared to the average person has allowed me to be able to do well with other characters, which is why in Tekken 7, when I switched to Geese, I was winning a lot of tournaments. I was getting top 8 at master events and all types of stuff with Geese, and he's nothing like Lee. So, and then in Tag 2, obviously I was winning tournaments with Lee Paul, Lee Jack, Lee Lars, and all types of certain matchups and teams like that. So I never claim that I know every single character in the game. I do not. And if you have a problem that you feel like I'm only telling you the stuff about the game through the lens of Lee, well, I'm a Lee Chalan creator. My content is mostly for people that play Lee like me. My content is not really supposed to be for like everybody that plays every single different character. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of different people that watch my content that don't play Lee, and that's fine. But if you have a problem, it seems like a lot of you crayon eaters do, that I base things based off my experiences as a Lee player, well, that's dumb, because my content is mostly meant for Lee players, and most of my experience when it comes to takes in Tekken 8 is through the lens of a Lee player and what I experience as a Lee player. Obviously, I know the tools in the game. which is why I know how to punish the game, and I understand Tekken, and I just understand Tekken more than the average person, but that's because I've been playing for a long time. You also got to understand that Tekken 8 has dumbed down a lot of things about Tekken in general. Like a lot of things about Tekken in general. Tekken is way easier to play. So anytime, like you see how people think I hate Kazuya, I do not hate Kazuya. You guys are just insecure and you guys are losers. What I say about Kazuya is that he's a lot easier to play in Tekken 8 compared to every other game he's in, which is not a controversial take. It's actually facts. You ask anybody that's been playing Tekken forever will literally tell you that. So that's my only gripe or only thing I say about Kazuya. Y'all take it so damn personal. Like
I don't take it personal, to be honest, but I think Kazuya is harder to play than in Tekken 7. For example, I played Tekken 7 Kazuya. Tekken 8 Kazuya is way harder. His combos are way harder. The neutral is way harder. Defending is way harder. Using the mechanics that other characters have is way harder. I don't have a heat burst hitbox like all of you guys. I don't have fucking my rage art doesn't have a hitbox, so I cannot do the rage art often after my tornado, like for whatever reason. And if we gonna say, hey, your character is easier now, I could easily say that Lee is easier in Tekken 8 than in Tekken 7 as well. Easily. Easily. Or am I wrong? And I'm not hating. I hope you don't take it personal, but Tekken 8 fucking Lee ain't fucking hard. Also. If we speaking like that, we can do it too.
I'm smashing your moms or something like that. That's all I'm saying about Kazuya. I'm not saying anything else about Kazuya. I'm not saying you a scumbag for playing him. I'm not saying you ugly for playing him. I'm literally just saying that he's really good and he's cheap and he's a lot easier to play in this game than in other games. But it sounds just like you guys, like this is one of the newest, dumbest words I've ever heard people create in this new generation. Downplaying, downplaying, downplaying. Man, just shut up and get nice at the game. That's all y'all talk about is downplaying. Like every character in Tekken's supposed to have weaknesses. Just because somebody says that a character has a weakness, that they could show you that the character has a weakness, doesn't mean it's downplaying. You guys love saying downplaying because y'all get cooked by every single character in the game because y'all can't play. Y'all can't play Tekken. And I know y'all can't play Tekken because y'all so busy doing this and y'all don't play. Y'all obviously, oh, you downplaying your character. And you be like, why am I downplaying? Because I played the character against in ranked the other day and I got clapped. Well, learn how to play the game, brother. Because the way Tekken is, every character is supposed to have a weakness. And if you think somebody saying a character has a weakness is downplaying, then you're just a moron. Like, I know that Kazuya is weak to the left. So why don't you guys be like, oh, you're downplaying just because you're saying Kazuya has a weakness to the left. Well, he has a weakness to the left. But I think downplaying is one of the biggest excuses that these scrubs have come up with. And honestly, bro, just play and win, bro. Who cares if somebody thinks you doesn't think your character is godlike or doesn't think your character is that good or somebody thinks your character is mad good. People just say downplaying because they can't win matchups and they suck. That's why they come up with this term about downplaying. Because honestly, nobody really... The only person I seen is like Meat Ray Jr. He be downplaying Oscar because Oscar is top 3.
Meat.
Which is why him and other Oscar players just be clapping anybody. But that's the only instance I could think of somebody actually downplaying a character. But even then, he just, you know, anytime somebody mains a character, they're gonna have a specific take about their character that you're not.
Yeah, I think King Ray Jr. downplays a character that is not downplayable in such a disgusting way that I started to dislike him a little bit. Like, I used to like him, but since Tekken 8 Azuka, I kinda get the ick when I think about him, if I'm honest. I hope he can take it offensive even, I don't really care what he thinks about me, but... Yeah, it's like a terrorist attack. Whenever he talks about Alisa, it's like terrorism. I mean Azuka. It is terrorism, bro. When they downplay Azuka, this is terrorism. Call police. Bring the KGB, CIA, FBI, Mossad if you have to. They need to stop doing this, man.
I gotta agree with, because you don't main the character. So that's another thing too that y'all gotta understand. Y'all be like, Lee players downplay, Lily players downplay, Fang players downplay. These guys main these characters, so they takes on these characters are gonna be different than yours because they main these characters and you don't. You just get clapped by them. So that's why you always pointing fingers and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get into the video and see what main man took back about Lee Chalan, and I'm gonna correct every single situation because I know Lee more than anybody that plays this game. So let's get it.
I made a lot of mistakes with this character, so I just wanted to explain a few things, get this out there. He's just one of these characters now in Season 2 where you find yourself in this position. He stands here with heat, you have a breakable wall behind you, or a wall, full stop, and you go, what do I do? No counterplay to this, but this.
Okay. You see how he said there's no counterplay to that?
Counterplay to this.
You see how there's no counterplay to down 4-3.
There is counterplay to that? Now I'm very curious.
For there's actually a counterplay to that. That's why I tell you guys, you have to learn Tekken on the way for you to become there's a difference between top players, mid players, content creators, and regular people that play Tekken. A top player, and this is what I learned from Koreans like JDCR, Ni, Nin, and all of that. There's multiple ways to win in Tekken. Moving out of something is not the only way to win in Tekken. Pressing a button is not the only way to win in Tekken. And guessing wrong is not the only way to win in Tekken. And obviously just blocking is not the only way to win in Tekken. In this situation, he does Lee's rage drive, right? It's 16 frames, right? That's pretty fast for a rage drive. It's actually really good. I think it's his best move in Season 2, honestly. It's pretty damn good. The counterplay to that, obviously, is that if you press a quicker button, you'll be able to hit counter hit.
Press a quicker button. Okay. Wait. Sorry, bro. Just. I mean, when the electric is coming, it is I-13, but you can jab, and it is I-10, so you will win. Bro, this is so crazy. What is this, man? Yeah, yeah, this is bullshit. This situation has no counterplay.
You would be able to counter hit Lee out of it. So if he's playing against Steve, Steve could back one. If he's playing against Kazu, he could down forward to electric it. Lee versus Lee, he could get magic forward. Law could do 1-1-1 and he, or 1-2-3. Any character in the game could do down forward 2, a hop kick, or a quick mid, or a quick counter hit poke. So or even armor, you could armor out of it, or just do raw heat. So there's a lot of counterplays to that move. That move with Lee is meant to either stop somebody from ducking, but it's mostly meant to stop somebody from sidestep left and ducking, because that's Lee's biggest weakness. Everybody always sidestep lefts and ducks against Lee to option select his options to avoid 4-4-4, magic 4, down 3, and it's hitman options, hitman 4, hitman 3, and stuff like that. So that's the purpose of down forward 3.
I am surprised because I do sidestep right duck and not left to beat those options, because down forward 2 tracks to your left. For example, if I go sidestep right duck, I avoid more than if I go sidestep left duck. Or well, how do you deal with these situations? I always sidestep right duck instead. I don't know, man. Already in Tekken 7 sidestep right duck, up close also. FF4, FF3, sidestep right duck.
So it covers Lee's weakness.
Down forward 2 doesn't launch crouchers. Yeah, but you get hit and you don't avoid the down forward 2. So this is more negative than it is positive. If I can avoid the down forward 2 also, then I will go sidestep right.
When Lee is only in heat. So the counterplay to that is obviously pressing a move fast enough to knock him out of it. So when he says there's no counterplay, he's thinking on a sense like I can't move and I can't move out of it, but you could hit him out of it. You know, it's just about learning the game and learning that there's multiple options in Tekken. You know, I think a lot of these creators complain a lot about Tekken, but they're not really thinking outside the box, which is not really outside the box. You know, there's counter hit tools, right? But let's keep going.
But this...
Okay, GM, you have an unreactable low wall split and an unreactable mid wall split, and you want to tell me that I should just interrupt. That is not an dealing with the situation. That just doesn't make any sense. This is a very bad argument, I have to say.
What do I do?
So both options he showed, you saw how he did the heat smash. He did the heat smash and he did down 4-3+4. Both of those options can be mashed out of, because both of them don't crush, right? Both of those moves don't crush.
That doesn't make any sense, bro. So you wanna tell me that, hey, stupid viewer, that you are shit. Now listen to me. The opponent is standing in front of you with the back against the wall while being able to poke, jab, down forward 1, magic 4, dig jab, all this fucking shit. And he has an unreactable mid and an unreactable low that both wall split. But because I have a jab or a down forward 2 which is faster than that move, this is the way to deal with this situation. That doesn't make any sense, what you are saying.
This.
See that? So he did that, and he did down 4-3+4. Lee's heat smash has no tracking, right? So you could just fully sidewalk it. So what you can do also, if you don't want to mash out of it, if you're scared to get counter hit, because obviously, you know, if you mash back or highs or something like that, it's scary against Lee because he could high crush you and wall splat you, down 2 and wall splat you. That's just how Lee is, right? But what you can do is sidestep left and block. If you sidestep left and block, Lee's down for 3+4, you block it, and Lee's heat smash will completely whiff, and you will launch him. So like I said, man, there's multiple ways in Tekken for you to be able to get away from stuff. You just have to think and know the options. So like I said, you can either mash out of both options.
Isn't the low that he has homing? He's saying go left, it whiffs. It's isn't the low homing, for example? I've never stepped this. Like, I didn't even, like, I never did step it, and I move a lot. And the mid? I can't evade the mid. But maybe it's a Kazuya thing. Maybe Kazuya has a bad sidestep. I don't know. But you can tell me, can you step that?
Obviously, it's risky because he could counter hit you or backdash and whip punish you. Or you could sidestep and block and evade the heat smash low and then sidestep block the down 4-3+4.
What do I do? A good stream so far. I'm gonna do yet another video about Lee. I know that I'm nagging you guys to death on certain characters, specifically Horang, maybe Double Jin, and I've done a few videos on Lee. Remember I made a video a while ago where I was like, I got this character wrong and I got Double Jin wrong, and I discussed a little bit how Lee is not trash because I put him on a tier list not long ago as the weakest character in the game. Dear Lord, have I discovered things since then. I've learned a lot.
Which one is me?
My take on Lee in Season 2 is probably my worst
the terrorist
take
looking
ever
guy
since I started making videos for Tekken. That's no exaggeration. Like, it's probably my worst take ever.
Who's really saying Lee is low tier weak though? I don't really hear anybody saying that. But the only person I know that said that was Arslan at first and Main Man. But other than that, I haven't really heard any Lee players or people in general say Lee is weak. So I don't know.
Now if I...
Bro? For fucking months, the Lee players were on Twitter saying collectively, like one fucking, imagine you have one cell, like a bacteria, they all share one brain cell, and everyone of them was downplaying Lee, saying how shit Lee is, this and that, Super Akumas, Lee is so shit, this and that. Bro, every Lee player was fucking my brain with this conversation.
placed him on a tier list, I would put him pretty fucking high on the list. The biggest mess up I did was not realizing how stupid his heat is now. In Season 1, plenty of us said that Lee's heat was very balanced and should serve as a blueprint for other characters.
Yeah, but he had no heat in Season 1. His heat in Season 1 was literally just like his moves go into heat, and then when he's in heat, he can't really do anything. So he didn't have a heat in Season 1.
Okay, Kazuya is so strong because he has FF2 into heat, yeah? Okay. When Lee has FF3 into heat, that's somehow not the same. Like, do they not see this? That they have basically a launching FF3. It is the fucking same. You just change the button from the 2 button to the 3 button.
In Season 2, he finally got a heat, so his heat is good in Season 2 now.
What did they do with the big old defense patch that was Season 2? They made Lee's heat cancer. And I haven't realized how strong his heat is until very recently.
His heat, alright, let's keep it 100 about Lee's heat. Lee's heat, the sole purpose of using Lee's heat is down for a 3+4. That's his best thing. Down 1+2 is kind of useless. There's really no reason to really use that. Outside, I guess, if you want to do like a mini pressure, but other than that, there's no point in doing that when down for a 3+4 is a homing move. Down for a 3+4 war splats from way deeper, and down for a 3+4 gets a guaranteed spike after it hits you. Like down for a 3+4 is just way better than down 1+2. I believe it's faster also. So Lee's heat now, the main purpose in Lee's heat now is literally just to stop people from sidestep left and ducking. That's pretty much the main thing was heat, because every time somebody fights Lee to get away from his pokes, they just sidestep duck, sidestep duck, sidestep duck. So that's the main purpose. The thing with down for a 3+4 though that you also have to understand is that Lee is at a neutral. It's 0 on block, right? So when you do down for a 3+4 as a Lee player, you can't really continue pressure. It's kind of like making somebody block like a DF1 or something like that. You have to hard read afterwards. So it's not like his heat is not like other characters where it's just constant pressure over and over and over again. The way Lee's pressure works in Tekken 8 because of his frames, like, you know, the minus frames, and then, you know, he has like, you know, 4/4 2+5,
is rage baiting
his turn afterwards after he does a poke. Lee has always been hit you and then read, hit you and then read, hit you and then read. So Lee can't like rush. A lot of characters heat in the game, they could continually rush you down while they in heat. You know, Lily, Zayu, characters like that. Lee, it's kind of like he hits you one time and then he loses his turn, which is like typical Tekken stuff. You know, a lot of characters are like,
yeah, we watched it before this.
Block something and they lose their turn. Even with down 1+2, that move is a lot more, is worse than down for a 3+4, because down 1+2 only tracks one way to the right. And for it to like be heavy plus, you have to go into Hitman, and obviously Hitman is canned because the fastest thing you could do is Hitman 1+2. So there's not much of a mix off of that.
It starts with down forward 3/4. So they gave
that's his best
two
move.
new moves.
Yeah, that's his best move.
Well, heat cancer moves, as they did with Asuka, as they've done with plenty of other characters. I'm in heat, and now I have access to down 1+2.
That move's kind of whack
Which is
though.
not a move I worry about too much.
Yeah, that move's kind of whack.
Heat bar, we can do it multiple times if we have a full heat bar.
Yeah, it's whack, that move.
It's
I don't really do it.
+6, right? Does a lot of damage.
This is
wall
whack?
The thing with it is that you gotta be.
This is whack? Bro. Let me get some chocolate. Knoppas. You know Knoppas, chat? Knoppas? Anyone? Anyways, I don't know why the move is bad. I mean, it is a mid, wall split, and +6. When is it a good move? Like, what does need to happen to the move so it is a good move? Is my question at the moment.
Right? Does a lot of damage, wall splat.
The thing with it is that you gotta be mad close to the wall splat. Even if you hit on the side, it doesn't wall splat. It's whack. Down 4-3 +4, that move is way better, and your opponent can't sidewalk it. So that's a godlike move.
I don't know,
The
man.
real problematic move is giving him a long reach down for 3-4. That's a long reach giga wall splat.
That move is really good because it helps Lee a lot, like a lot. Because outside of that, without he only has 1+2 to stop somebody from sidestep ducking. Because honestly, that's how you counter all of Lee's pokes and moves. It's just sidestep left, sidestep left. That pretty much shuts down all of Lee's stuff, even Lee's hitman, the sidestep duck. So everybody just does that. The whole game. So
I am gay, but nobody will read this because they're listening to the main man. Hey, I read it. Hey, the guy on the chat.
Giving Lee down 4-3 +4 is one of the best things they could have done for him. It helps him a lot, like a lot. Because, you know, even if you start 1+2ing somebody a lot, it's just chip damage. So somebody's not going to stop sidestep ducking because the risk reward ratio works like this. If somebody sidestep and ducks and eats a 1+2, they eating with like what, 18 damage, 19 or something, just chip damage. But if they finally sidestep the down 3, the back 3-3, or the slide or block it, they're getting a full combo. So, you know, 1+2, like people just gonna keep sidestep ducking, and then if somebody blocks it, obviously he's only +2, and the fastest thing in Hitman is like what, 15 frames for Hitman 1+2. So people's gonna constantly low jab or sidestep left or to evade all the Hitman options or low parry. So down 4-3 +4 is the best thing they gave Lee, and it helps him a lot.
Shall I remove my cam?
Mid homing, that's neutral on block. If he has an entire bar, he can do this three times. But as a very notable Lee player told me is that you can also regain heat with Lee, and if you do specific things, you can actually threaten this 4 times. As it's a mid and homing.
Yeah, you could just sidestep and block it though. There's really no reason to really duck on Lee, honestly, because he doesn't have a knockdown low. All the low.
Bro, you have a low, unreactable, unsteppable, wall splitting, exploding ass, nuking me ass, rolling me in a blunt ass joint, and this mid. What do you mean there is no reason to duck?
You eating is just chip damage, so you could kind of just keep sidestepping and blocking, and then if you think he's gonna keep doing this, you could counter hit him out of it or do a quick mid to hit him out of it. But there's really no reason for you to really just duck on Lee, especially in a situation like this, unless you get a really hard read on like a slide or a launch punishable low, like down 3 slide and back 3-3 are the lows that Lee players use the most anyway. A lot of Lee players don't really use down back 3, even though they should. But yeah, you could just sidestep and block. The thing, another thing with Lee's down 4-3 +4 is that if he didn't have down 4-3 +4 in heat, people would just keep sidewalking left while he's in heat, and he could never keep pressuring you. They could just keep sidewalking left, sidewalking left, sidewalking left. So down 4-3 +4 is literally the most Tekken 8 thing that Lee has. So I'm glad they gave it to him, because that's a Tekken 8. That's a Tekken 8 move. It's extremely good, and it's literally his best move. And I also like down 4-3-2-3-2. Down 4-3-2-2 is really good because it gives you something besides down 4-3 +4. It gives you something else to be scared of while Lee is in heat.
And very fast. This is 16 frame startup. There's just nothing you can do about this. And again, it has very generous reach. Very generous reach. And then Lee is of course one of those characters, you know, like Claudio with the low heat smash.
But of course, like I said earlier, you could sidestep block. If you sidestep block, you can evade the heat smash because the heat smash doesn't track. And if you sidestep and block, down 4-3 +4.
Wait a minute. Li Chaolon is standing in my face. My back is against the wall, and there's TNT from Crash Bandicoot planted on the walls. But not the red one where I have 3 seconds, the green one that explodes, like instant. Okay, Nitro. You wanna tell me that I can sidestep and then block the mid? And the low just whiffs. GM. Okay.
You be able to block it. And there's only 0 on block. So if you block it, you could keep moving and blocking. Or if you want, you could challenge the lead player after down for 3+4 on block if you get a read on the button. Because y'all going to be neutral. So y'all probably going to trade unless he gets a read on a high crush or if you do a slow move. So you could just, sidestep block, evade, and go from there.
Shall I do it? Shall I load up Tekken and try it?
Both moves don't crush.
Shall I try it?
Break a stage hazard. So he's just one of these characters now in Season 2.
Okay, come we try it. I have to try it. It's just... Maybe he is right. I don't know. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I don't know. We can always learn something. Let's stay open to suggestions. Okay. Yeah. Let's see the script. Sidestep left, you said, GM, yeah? Präparate. Keine Präparate. Was meinst du damit? This is gonna be exciting.
Get ready for the next battle.
So here I am supposed to sidewalk left, yeah? And the lead player, wait, I'm gonna remember this position. Okay. How do you remember the position again? End. Right? Where is that? What was the input for the mid, chat? What was the input for the mid? Down forward 3+4. Okay. But it didn't whiff. How did it whiff? This legit doesn't work, what he's saying. How does it whiff? If you sidestep left block, you get hit by down 3, down back 3+4, down back 3, back 3, but you evade the low smash. Okay. So I am gonna, like, when he attacks, I'm gonna step left. Okay, it worked. He's right. But you have to know the timing, otherwise it doesn't work. So I need to step on the exact correct timing, otherwise it doesn't work. Why does he always do this one first? Why is it not randomized? What the fuck? Is that normal? Okay. Can you do the low one time, you absolute faggot character, man? Chat, he is right. I have to admit it. I am sorry. We learned something. He's right. I'm not gonna lie. It works. It is right. It works. Exist. Yeah, but these like little... This is only semantics. Yeah, step, not walk. Bro, you can here, you can start a sidewalk and block the mid and you can avoid the low. This is just simple. You can. It really is. Okay, wait a minute. What the fuck? You have to know the timing. You have to know the timing. It works, you have to know the timing. So. Okay. I'm glad that I tested it.
Where you find yourself in this position, he stands here with heat, you have a breakable wall behind you, or a wall, full stop, and you go, what do I do?
Yeah, that move is really, really good. I agree with that. It's one of the best moves to do while your opponent has their back on the wall. It's one of my favorite moves, and this is his best move in Season 2. So it's really good, and it's really dangerous in this situation, especially if you're having somebody that's just, you know, a sidestep ducking or just raw ducking. The thing with too is that a lot of people are really impatient. So even if a move like down 4 3+4 is 0 on block, dudes will keep trying to like duck out of it and stuff like that. Like, you know, Lee is just a setup character. The way Lee's works, I just love the way they design Lee, or the way Lee's always been, is that Lee has always been a character that he'll make you block stuff that's like no low negative, low plus, or just neutral. And then from there, you get to set things up. He's a setup character. So when he makes you block down for 3+4.
He is right about this. Because when you are 0 on block against Li Xiaolong, for example, he gives you like some sense of this is your turn. But in reality, this character crushes your moves in those moments. Like, it's a setup. Like, you're literally getting set up to take your turn so he can fuck you up. It's very important to notice about Lee that you need to be very aware of how you want to take your turn. Very, very important.
Obviously, he has options. He could high crush you. He could 2-2-3 you. He could throw you. He could magic for you. So, you know, Lee's always been like that. Make you block stuff and set it up. Make you block stuff and set up. He's never been a character that could just overwhelm you with offense. So, because he still can't really do it in this game, you know. You could just sidestep a lot of his stuff. And his stuff that's really plus, he has to go into Hitman, and Hitman doesn't have any real mix-ups. So...
no counterplay to this, but this.
But the counterplay, we already said the counterplay earlier to that.
And his heat smash, below heat smash, went from -15 to -14.
So Brian and Lars could launch him.
So he does not risk getting launched here. And if you block the mid, well, he's neutral, right? He is neutral. That's pretty important. Do you know why? Because he's at all times in this position threatening you with a 10 frame, right?
Again, is neutral. So it works with both opponents. Y'all both at neutral. When you at neutral, both characters and players don't have any sort of advantage. Y'all both at neutral. So you saw how Lee did 2-2-3.
I don't know about that.
The opponent could punch parry. The opponent can also high crush. The opponent can also duck.
But what about your high crush? What about your high crush? That's the fucking problem. When I take my turn against Lee, he can just make my moves disappear.
They could just block and punish the 2-2-3.
Yeah, but bro, he has like FF4 and stuff. Neutral is neutral, but not against a character that can disregard the frames. I think he can disregard the frames, bro. I know, but it's slow. You try to jab in that situation and he does FF4, you lose.
Or you could sidestep left and track, because 2-2-3 don't track. So, you know, there's a lot of options to it, man. You gotta really, like, when you play Tekken at a high level, you gotta really think. If down forward 3+4...
down forward 2 there and he is dead. Yeah, okay. But then he does the 10 frame counter hits wall splat launcher, this one here. And then you are dead. It's not a good situation to be in. You need to somehow make a call. Like, you need to do something here. That's the fucking issue. So here...
So...
no counterplay to this, but this.
But the counterplay, we already said the counterplay earlier to that.
And his heat smash, below heat smash, went from -15 to -14.
So Brian and Lars could launch him.
So he does not risk getting launched here. And if you block the mid, well, he's neutral, right? He is neutral. That's pretty important. Do you know why? Because he's at all times in this position threatening you with a 10 frame, right?
This one. When he does this and you go down for 2, you lose.
Again, is neutral. So it works.
Even if he doesn't do anything and you do down forward 2, you lose. You know, making a call on down forward 2 in this situation is such a commitment that you either are right or you die. Like, you get wall split if he blocks the down forward 2, you get wall split if he chooses the faster option, and if you choose to do something else, then he can crush it. Like, you are always fucked here.
Works with both opponents. Y'all both at neutral. When you at neutral, both characters and players don't have any sort of advantage. Y'all both at neutral. So you saw how Lee did 2-2-3, right? The opponent could punch parry. The opponent can also high crush. The opponent could also duck. Or they could just block and punish the 2-2-3. Or you could sidestep left and track, because 2-2-3 don't track. So, you know, there's a lot of options to it, man. You gotta really, like, when you play Tekken at a high level, you gotta really think. If down forward 3+4 was like at +6, then yeah, you gotta hold that and you can't do anything.
That kills you. He's at all times threatening you at 10 frame, but counter it confirms into your grave.
But he's not, what he's saying is not wrong. It's not wrong, but he's not thinking about all the other possibilities in the situation. He's just kind of giving you the you know, back to school joint. You know what I'm saying? The you know, pick up and play Tekken joint. Because the average person, no offense, the average person that watches him and the average person that watches Tekken thinks Tekken in a TikTok type of brain. They don't really think Tekken at a real high level. They think Tekken kind of basic, like I eat move, oh I swing back counter hit, it's cheap. Like, they don't really think of it in a high level situation. But the reason why is because there's not a lot of content creators like me that's been playing the game for a long time and that know Tekken on a high level that can actually teach you guys and tell you guys what you can do. Because I'm all about, you know, I'm all about telling people how to counter situations. There's in Tekken, no matter what you say, what you know, what Chris Angel Mind Freak says, in Tekken, there's ways to counter everything. Everything in Tekken, there's an answer. Even if something is like +8, there's an answer to it. There's always an answer to something in Tekken. So if anybody, any creator or anybody tells you, oh, I can't do nothing about this, it's impossible, they lying to you. Tekken is a fighting game. Tekken has, since there's frames and movement, there's always an answer to everything.
What Lee's 10 frame looks like without a stage hazard.
Yeah, these guys in the chat is on my meat. Dudes are saying FightingGM is on jumping on his chair. FightingGM is doing this. Guy's on my meat, bro. That's the thing with me. I think I've become so ham that, like, everybody's like, people in streams be talking about me now. Dudes be mentioning me in videos. All types of stuff, man. Y'all dudes, man. I know y'all like the content, but you know what I'm saying? Hold that. That's nice.
It's like 105 damage.
Yeah, man, that's a setup. A 10 frame counter hit, yeah.
This character also has a safe power crush. That's obviously a huge threat at the wall. Safe power crush that wall splats.
That's not that good, man. Down full one, check it, duck it, sidewalk it, throw him out of it. That power crush is kind of whack. I don't even use that joint that much. It used to be really good because he went into heat, but nah, man, that's not.
In terms of covering what I got wrong, I spent almost no time thinking about his new heat. Just keep discussing down for 3-4. Even in the neutral, this move is a monster. So here, you can get this very easy for like 50-ish damage, 51 I think it does. An elite League player here, if he wants to, can do this. This is...
That right there is not consistent. I would not recommend going for that because, one, if you mess up the timing a little bit, the opponent is going to block it. And
wait a minute, GM, I need to call hypocrisy. So you wanna tell me that Kazuya is so strong because he can launch your I-13 while standing 2-3 and your hop kick, and that the new Kazuya players are just not as nice, but doing this is not recommended because you can mess this up? How about you mess up a 13 frame electric on a hop kick? You can also mess that up.
And two, depending on the tip you hit of down forward 3+4, that doesn't work. Like it whiffs. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would just go for blazing kick. If you want something to consistently hit
70 damage from that move.
consistently all the time. So it doesn't work all the time.
From a move
It's really hard to hit that. Like I would not recommend doing
like
that.
Because this move has no flaw whatsoever.
It has a flaw. The flaw is obviously that it has no, you can't, it's zero on
I just
blocks,
have to
you can't continue
PWGF it.
pressure, and two, you can hit
The
him
funny
out,
thing
it
is
doesn't
I
have no
can.
crush. So that's a flaw. So that's why I tell you, he thinks of it as a, you know, he's like, the way he is good, cause like he could tell things and everybody will believe it, but everybody also has a low level mindset, so they'll just believe everything. But you know, the only flaws it has is that you can hit them out of it and it doesn't crush. But those are two flaws though. So that's why I'm saying you can't really say something doesn't have a flaw when there's a flaw available with that.
There's no flaw on that move. A nice thing I was shown today that's also very strong on Lee is that my low poke here, extremely strong low poke, like +4.
Yeah, but that's reactable. It's like 21 or 23 frames. You could block that on reaction. That's one of the other Lee's
He is right. This low is shit. This is too slow. For me. Do you disagree with this? I can react that.
On Lee is that my low poke here, extremely
This one, you don't react this? Or... I reacted online. Yeah, I reacted.
strong low poke, like +4.
Yeah, but that's reactable. It's like 21 or 23 frames. You could block that on reaction. That's one of the other Lee's weaknesses is that his heavy plus frame blows, like misstep blow and down back 3+4, they're too slow.
I think it's quite evasive as well, like he ducks down here.
So that's another thing, and also his low.
No,
pokes.
it is okay if you can't react it. I am aware that my reaction time is a bit above average. I'm just saying I don't want to gaslight you. If I can do something, I tell you. I can react this, okay? Like I just need to admit.
That's why down forward 3+4 is so important. You could sidestep left and evade that low. You could sidestep left and evade all of these lows.
That's a lot of reach.
But
It's
down
okay
forward
if you
3+4
can't.
helps because if somebody sidestep and ducks, you could do down forward 3+4 to stop
It's
it.
a very strong low poke.
So that's why,
It's
you know,
-13.
that's why it's
I
good.
didn't know this, but if this counter it's near a wall,
Yeah, that's cool. But that move is hard to hit on counter hit. You're not gonna hit that on counter. That thing is like 23
we
frames.
get
Good luck
this
with that
for
one.
like 68. That
You notice like most of the stuff he's saying, like he's not really like showing you everything. Like he's telling you like, okay, down forward 3+4 is mad cheap and then he can mix it up with heat smash, right? He's not really showing you like the mix-ups he can really do afterwards. Like what is Lee gonna do to make you duck to be able to hit you with down forward 3+4? He has to do back 3-3, which is launch punishable. He has to do down 3, which is launch punishable. He has to do down back 3+4, -13, and down back 3. So Lee has to poke you a lot, right, to get you to duck. The issue with what I said is though, is that most of the options that I mentioned, you could just sidestep left and get rid of it. So if you sidestep left consistently, all the lows will whiff, but the down forward 3+4, you could sidestep and block it. So like, yeah, down forward 3+4 is good, but that move is only good if you consistently play some.
Everyone jump Quincy in the chat. He's the Lee player. Everyone jump Quincy.
That sidestep ducking all the time. There's not really, when you think of it, it's like you could just kind of just block it. You could just keep blocking it, and you'll be all right. That thing is only going to be a threat if you constantly trying to like guess chip lows all the time, which you don't really need to unless you're getting poked up.
damage, I think. That is extremely strong. Also,
So Lee's mix-up game is still not super duper strong. He has to mix up a lot of pokes. If you watch my games, you see that, you know, I'm good at mixing up
he
the
catches
pokes.
you crouching with back 4. This is guaranteed for 50 damage.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
guaranteed.
know that.
That's
the
dope, yeah.
same low in the neutral.
That move too, the back 4 into 4-3+4, it's hard to confirm that to get him to duck through 4-3+4 and then slide. I used to do it, but I haven't done it in a while. But that's because it's really hard to confirm.
Also gives 50-ish damage.
That's not guaranteed though. I tested that. The down back 3+4 into a 4-3+4 into slide, that's not free. It's only back 4 into 4-3+4
No,
into
Quincy's
slide,
not
that's
a
free.
cheater.
But after down back 3+4, that's not free.
I was
This
just
is
joking.
extremely strong. I'm just showing you some cool stuff here. And
They could block it.
in general about the character. Has some of the best heat dash moves now, I think. Foot free is amazing, right?
It is alright. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It's good.
AGM, bro. This move, okay, is I-14. With the inputs, you get I-15. How is this not so good, bro? This is one of your best moves.
It's a whiff punish, woof. But you mostly doing down for 3+4 in heat, to be real with you.
Season 2 he got this.
That's godlike. There you go, finally. Yeah, that's godlike.
A billion damage, right?
Yeah, that's really good. It's really hard to set up though. I know a lot of people have asked me, yo, how do I set it up? I'm having so much trouble setting that up. So a lot of people I know have a lot of trouble setting that move up because it's 15 frames and you know the second part is punishable. That move is hard to set up because it's kind of one of those things. You got to really read somebody's timing. Like, you know, when they sidestep.
Of course it tricks.
Like sidestep, you wait and then they attack.
Listen, FF moves already in Tekken historically, since Tekken 7 even earlier. Let's say Devilgen's Demon Paw. You can drag the F input in such a way that you can't step it to the right anymore. The same you can do with Lee. Tekken 7 Lee players already have done this. I am your father. You can do the FF input in a way that you drag it slightly and then you can't step to the right. It really is possible to do this. It's just a legacy skill type of thing, not the average Lee player doesn't know about this. Maybe he just smash FF4 and gets stepped.
And you sidestep and hit them, or if somebody delays it and you read it, it's like you have to have really good timing to hit that move. That move is really hard to hit on counter hit.
Like, this is extremely strong.
It's really hard to hit on counter
and
hit.
then he has 1-1-1.
That's also extremely hard to
That
hit
is
too.
very strong.
You have to like, you basically have to make somebody whiff with a sidestep or whiff punish somebody to hit them with that. So you're not gonna just,
also Dragunov
be
FF2
able
you
just
can
to do
also
1-1-1. That's why I say it's a lot of player mistake things when it
even
comes to
Kazuya
getting
also.
things.
People told
Kazuya
me
also.
today that you can actually, from the moves that only give heat dash slump, down for 4-4,
Yeah, you could do combo.
doesn't launch, right? Machine gun kicks, doesn't launch.
Yeah, on the wall you could do acid storm.
But if you have them at the wall, or like pretty far from the wall even, you can go convert to wall combo. Down for 4-4, right?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
You see, that's pretty
The moves
far
that
from
come
the wall
out of
actually.
FF
So a lot,
are
like I said, a
behaving
lot
like
of stuff
this.
is cool, but it's like defensive stuff. Like it's like punishment type things or counter hit type things. So that's Lee's main weakness that he's not really showing, is that if you just sidestep left and block, Lee gotta really poke you, and that's when the wrist starts getting involved. Like I said, you could sidestep all his stuff to the left, and then it's just like chip, chip, chip. So everything you showing is Lee's strengths. That's cool, but he's not really showing any of Lee's weaknesses. That's why videos like this ain't really that great, because he's not really showing you Lee's weaknesses. He's just showing you his strengths, which is cool because everything he's showing with Lee is really good. But you gotta be more like, you gotta show the weaknesses too. You gotta be like, okay, Lee has all this, but if you just sidestep left and just block in space, there's not much he can really do to you, because he doesn't have a knockdown low and he doesn't have a fast guard break.
And I still converted.
So that's one of the issues I had with season 2 with Lee, that it forced me to switch my playstyle. I had to switch my playstyle to a way more mix-up heavy type of playstyle to get people to react the way I want to with counter hits and stuff like that, because they nerfed his counter hit game. In season 1, I didn't really need to play a mix-up heavy style with Lee, and the reason why is because Lee's crushes worked way better. Down 2 instantly, a high crush all highs, 4-4-4 always crush highs. While staying 2-3 into Heat Smasher's Half-Life. So I didn't really need to mix people up, because I could just hit people with that and I'll be good. So basically what I'm trying to say...
No, I do agree, Lorenzo, with this. The main man, we also call them half-truth SWE, because he will take something report only on one side of the coin and then leave out the rest completely. Even if he makes like a guide, he will talk about Heihachi and then just not mention his install and stuff. Like, I get it. He does that, I know.
Say Lee's a lot safer in season 1. In season 2, since they nerfed the crushes and nerfed Wasang 2-3, he has to mix up a lot more. Because that's what they did. Wasang 2-3 is a -13 now, a normal combo. So they want you to use it as a mix-up. And then everything else, obviously, since they nerfed the evasionists, you have to mix up a lot more. But, you know, mixing up a lot more also makes them way more riskier.
Well, Oki, which he does super well, right? Honestly, also super underrated, people don't talk about, is like his back 4.
That's another move it's good, but I don't really use it because you could sidestep duck it. The range ain't that great. And if he goes in a Hitman, he's only +2 in Hitman. So you could just sidestep left and evade all the Hitman stuff. So that's not really that good.
19 frame startup, +2 on block. Launcher, right?
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like, that move is hard to hit somebody that knows how to fight Lee because they always going to sidestep duck all the time.
You know, I disagree with this. Sometimes you have to see when you do sidestep duck, yeah? And you want to avoid, let's say, I-15 moves, okay? And the opponent then uses a move that is I-19 though. You stand up for the high because the timing is different. This move catches you more often because it has the different startup. Startup frames, when they are slower, are not always worse. It depends on what you use in order to condition the opponent. Like, the stuff that you try to avoid with Lee normally is very quick. So then you do like a quick fuzzy. But when he uses this, you stand up for this.
That's another thing. Like, that move is hard to hit somebody that knows how to fight Lee because they always going to sidestep duck all the time.
Hitman, I get a +5. +5. And from Hitman, you still get all of this. That's 58
So it's plus, but you could sidestep all the options +5 anyway.
damage.
You could test it.
58 damage.
Block back 4 and do Hitman 1+2 and sidestep up, and you see what I'm talking about.
Can mix that
So
with,
that's kind of like whatever.
which is a +2 on block. Homing mid, right?
Yeah, it's only chip
His
damage.
own-
That's another thing too. Is like Lee, he has to really poke you. So the stuff he's saying is good, but you gotta like really be good at poking. You gotta hit people a lot. And then you could start setting up a down 4-3+4. That's why I can't really call. Like, if you call Lee broken, you a crayon eater. Because he's literally like, he has to fight you. You know, he has to poke you. He has to set things up.
Okay, GM, but this doesn't make any sense for me, and I will explain why. When you play, let's say, Lydia, you have to do mix-up 50-50 in stance. And it's risky. When you play Lee, you need to poking. Like, because Lee is a poking character and his poking is better than other characters' poking. So this is just a choice you make. You like to play this type of character. So how is it a disadvantage? It's just an archetype. Like, I don't know, man. Just because you play this archetype doesn't mean you have to work harder. You have better poking. The opponent is getting oppressed by your fast moves. Lee's best buttons are just the quick ones. Other characters get oppressed and drown in his mental frames. That doesn't mean that your character is like harder, essentially. It's just different.
It's not like overwhelming things you can't do anything about. It's literally just Tekken stuff. Like, he's playing Tekken with you. He's poking you, setting you up to set you with a counter, setting you up to duck. You know, it's nothing that's overly explosive that you can't do anything about it.
Sure. It's no exaggeration to say that this is one of the best buttons in Tekken 8, in my
Guys,
opinion.
Kazuya is the
Man.
hardest character
I don't
to
know about
play. We get it. Thank you for your TED Talk. Who talked about Kazuya now? This is weird. You are like Israel. I kid you not. You tell the Israelis to stop doing a genocide and then they say, yeah, but what about Sudan? There's also a genocide. Look at that. Eh? Who talked about that now? Like, I don't get it.
Like, it's good and it covers Lee's weakness, but saying one is one of the best buttons in the game is OD. The only reason why that move works really well with Lee, and I'm gonna be real, and you could disagree if you want to, one of the real reasons why that move works really well with Lee is because Lee's weakness is sidestep left, duck. So that's a Lee specific thing. If you give 1+2 to any other character, that shit'll be kind of like whatever, because they don't have the weakness that Lee has where you could just sidestep duck his stuff. So 1+2 is literally really good because it stops people from sidestep ducking, which is one of Lee's main weaknesses.
This is literally what is the crux of your reaction at the end of the day. Explain this. I am willing to debate you on this now. Explain how I am now somehow insinuating that Kazuya is harder than Lee, and disregarding like Lee's difficulty or whatever. I'm just saying that Lee is excelling in poking, so therefore you wouldn't be surprised if you have to poke more than other characters. I'm really just trying to understand. My chat does it for me. My chat does not do anything for me. My chat talks and they are individual people, and I talk and I am saying what I say. Like, you should not measure me on what other people do in my name. That doesn't make any sense.
Obviously, the weakness with the move, a lot of people that I know that play Lee have a very hard time setting up the move. And you know what that means? That means the move is hard to place. It is. It's 21 frames. A 21 frame move is hard to place in a game that everybody mashes in. It obviously is only +2, so you have to micro read a lot when somebody blocks it. If you do 1+2 and then Hitman 1+2, somebody can sidestep left. If you do Hitman 1+2 and then Hitman 3, somebody can sidestep left.
I just wanted to
Hitman
understand
4,
him.
sidestep left duck. So you
That's
can just
all.
sidestep all the options, and they can also crouch jab everything, and it forces you to have to low parry. So it's a lot of guessing when you make somebody block it, and then on hit it's just chip damage. So
And gives him +6 on block, making 1+2 uninterruptible. While running 3-4 +6, also +6.
another thing, you could just sidestep. So a lot of the things he's mentioning, you could just counter by just sidestepping or just blocking. That's it.
To make this uninterruptible, and then he has all of his other options.
You could just sidestep and block.
And then just, you know, best 10 frame in the game. Best
So a lot of the stuff is like, you know, Lee honestly is too safe. You don't need to take any risks. That's why there's a lot of morons. This guy said Lee is honestly too safe. You don't need to take any risks at all to win. He's mad dumb. All right, so this guy, I don't know what's his name, GG Ray. He's super dumb. All right, I explained all the risks involved. All of these pokes, running 3-4, 4-4-2 just frame, slide.
Lee is
all
not
that
gay.
stuff
Lee is not gay.
Can completely be sidewalk left.
Lee is like David Beckham, bro. He plugs his eyebrows and shit, and like, you know, metrosexual. But he ain't gay. He likes pussy.
Meaning that's a risk. He's risking sidestep launching you for trying to poke you or trying to rush you down.
Yeah,
So that's
Ronaldo
already a risk.
style.
Okay, let's see the frames of the moves, right? We already said you could sidestep everything, which is why Lee has to spam 1+2 the whole game.
Claudio's
And
gay.
the reason why he has to spam 1+2 the whole game.
Quick. All the gay characters I need to, like, Anna, you are gay. Lily, you are gay. Claudio, you are gay. Ling, you are gay. That's enough for now.
Everything he has is not tracked to the left. You can just keep sidewalking left. So Lee, yes, he needs 1+2. And yes, 1+2 is a really good move, but it's mostly a really good move for Lee Chalan himself because it stops people from sidestep ducking. So that's one. So being able to sidewalk everything, that's a big risk. So when you play with Lee and you're not doing
Medus, is
1+2,
Joe Budden, in your opinion, a high-level player? I think he is above average, but I don't think he is pro level. And even if he beats someone that is a pro like Ni or something, he can beat him because of Tekken 8. I'm very honest. I don't think he would disagree.
you're literally risking getting launched every single time. That's one. Two, let's name Lee's punishable moves. Down 3 launch punishable doesn't track. Could sidestep launch or block launch. Down back 3+4, you could just sidestep launch -13. Back 3-3, launch punishable. Could sidestep left. So you could duck it a launch or sidestep launch. Lee slide, launch punishable. Also doesn't track at all. Could be block launch or sidestep launch. So I don't know what this guy's talking about that Lee requires no risk. Even when Lee goes for his 10th frame, 2-2 is -13, and if you don't hit confirm it, you could duck the last hit and launch. And then Lee's magic 4, like Lee has a great magic 4, but there's also a bit risk because if you do 4-3, somebody could duck the second hit and launch you. If somebody does 4-4-4, they could duck the last hit and launch you. You cannot hit confirm Lee's magic 4 combo. So it's either you do it raw or you don't. So it's everything I'm mentioning is a risk involved in doing it. And plus, obviously, with the micro reads or counter hits, you taking risks. Because if you guess wrong on the button, you getting sidestep launch or just hop kicked or something.
10 frame in the game. In the hyper.
So a lot of these guys don't.
He's the only character with an 11 frame confirm.
You can't confirm that. You can't hit confirm that. And 2, the second hit is punishable. And the last hit you could duck. I never go for 4-4-4 because I feel like the risk reward on 4-3-4 is a lot better, and I could also mix up a 4-3-4 better. If I do 4-3, you could duck the second hit, but if you duck the second hit, I could do standing 4 into up 4-3, which is the flip. Also, if you starting to jab me out of the last hit 4-3-4 or sidewalk, I could just do 4-3-3. But again, that's all like reads and stuff like that.
Launching magic 4. How is that not God mode?
That's not God mode because there's a big risk involved in doing it. You can't hit confirm it.
How is that not God mode in this game?
It's not God mode. Like it's really good, but he's not naming the risk involved in doing it. Y'all can lab it too, everything I'm saying. You could duck the last hit of 4-4-4, you can't hit confirm it. And if you just do 4-4 by itself, it's -12, -11 now. And then 4-3, obviously, you could duck the last second hit or sidewalk the last hit. There's a lot of...
But I just wanted to stress that
that's why I'm saying everything he's saying is literally on a... is a defensive type thing, counter hit type thing. He's not really mentioning the defensive options. Like, he's just telling you from a crayon eater's perspective of, you know, press. Like, he's not really, like, explaining things, man. Like, that's Lee's biggest weakness, obviously. That if you play good defense against him and sidewalk rail, it's hard for Lee to beat you. But that's not to say that Lee is bad. Like, Lee, even if somebody's playing defensive, you have to be really good at poking and playing fundamental Tekken to beat somebody, which is fine. That's how Tekken should be. But if you're gonna talk about a character, you should mention everything about the character, not just like specific things.
It's insanely strong. He might not be like top 10, but it's like he's up there. It's kind of embarrassing that I threw out videos saying he's trash.
You know why you know what's kind of funny about this? He was saying Lee was trash because he played Lee in rank and he was getting clapped. And he couldn't get God rank with Lee. So
Hey, wallah, you are right, bro. He plays Devil Jin the same. He plays Devil Jin, does only FF2 electric and hell sweep, and then says this is shittest character in the game, bro. I swear I kiss your heart for this.
that's why he was saying Lee is trash. I'm guessing he played a Lee player and got cooked. So that's why now he's saying that Lee is not that good. Lee is really good, so I don't know, man.
Bottom of a barrel, he's not. And then we can talk about 4-4-2. That's guaranteed.
Yeah, that's really good, but one, you could sidewalk it, you could duck it. Like, all that stuff he's mentioned is man steppable. Like, you know, that's why I like Lee. He's a character specialist character. He's not a character that be like, oh, he's mad broken, I'm gonna just pick up and play. You can't. You gotta be really good at Tekken.
GM is the opposite. He plays Kazuya, goes into ranked, gets clapped, and then says Kazuya is so broken 50-50. Yeah.
To be able to use all his tools and understand how to play a fundamental way in Tekken. That's why I like playing Lee, and that's why I still play Lee.
So again, 42 damage.
Imagine Lee saying that Lee is easily 4-4-3 is steppable, because it is. It has no tracking. That's another thing. Guys like Curse Tekken are mad dumb, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why you think 4-4-3 tracks is because Lee's misstepping in your face and doing it. So you're sidewalking. You're probably sidewalking while Lee is moving forward. So your 4-4-3 is gonna hit you. The move it doesn't track is because you're moving forward. Any move.
Okay. So this is like saying Let's say a girl comes to you and says we are in a relationship, and then you say, no, I don't want a relationship, I just want a girl to be with, build a future together, do this, do this, do this, but essentially it ends in the same thing. So you're gonna say FF4 has no tracking because you attach a movement input before doing it and then it tracks. What is the difference there? Yeah, I am aware of this misstep thing, obviously. As I mentioned it before with this dragging the forward and then doing it. So it tracks. What's the point of even saying that the move doesn't track, but you just use the misstep? Yeah, but you make it track either way.
He's gonna hit you. He's gonna tell you why. The reason why you think 443 tracks is because Lee's misstepping in your face and doing it. So you're sidewalking, you're probably sidewalking while Lee is moving forward. So your 443 is gonna hit you. The move, it doesn't track, it's because you're moving forward. Any move in Tekken tracks if you move forward and do it. So if somebody's misstepping forward on you and
this is not completely true either. The thing is, with moves that have an FF input, this fact that you have an FF input, you have a leniency of holding the forward. That was already a thing in Tekken 7. GM used to do this also. And then the way you drag it makes the move track more. But it's not like doing a move and pressing forward before doing the move. That's not the same because the move doesn't come out of the forward input. Understood?
does 443, if you just wait for him to misstep and just sidewalk, you're gonna evade 443 the whole time. The reason why these guys are getting hit by 443 is because they stepping already before the move comes out.
+5. +5. Counter it launcher.
That move is mad hard to hit. People ain't really doing that.
Like these are insane tools. You combine this with this and this and this and this.
All that stuff he mentioned, you could just sidewalk.
And this and this, and it's like, how is that?
Yo, that's all, everything he mentioned is literally moves you could just block and backdash. You be alright. He ain't mentioned anything that'll break you up for blocking.
Insane neutral.
Yeah, that's all stuff you could just block.
Bro, but GM, the way you are explaining this is a bit extreme, bro. Just sidewalk everything in a real fight while you are realigning, while you are dashing forward, while you are stepping with me, while you are doing all of this, while you are delaying your timing, while like, this is just sidewalk, is very disingenuous, and you have 1+2. But then you will say, yeah, but you can just sidewalk everything after 1+2 again also. That doesn't make sense, bro. It's just not the realistic way to view your character.
Go back into rank and do all that stuff you said without poking and see what happens to your ass.
I made a lot of mistakes with this character, so I just
I
want
think making this video was a mistake, to be real with you.
to explain a few things, get this out there.
Cause I'm like,
He's
bro,
a very competitive character.
I'm like, man, if you're gonna show all this stuff, show the everything. Cause you just show stuff like I said, what about somebody just sits there and blocks at side sub left? What they gonna do? Everything you did is like moves that would hit you. If you just raw side sub or just hitting buttons, you're not really like.
He remains one of the most difficult to play though in the game. But
Yeah, cause you have to actually poke and have fundamentals really.
I'm not sure he's top 5 difficulty anymore. I'm just not sure he's top.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the hardest characters in the game to play because you have to poke, you have to know like really good ground game Tekken and how to stop people from because the whole game when you fight people with Lee that know how to fight Lee, the whole game they just trying to like cook him for his weaknesses, which is side sub left duck. So that's a
Let's disregard Kazuya for a second. We don't always have to mention Kaz, but okay, let's see who is better than, like, who is easier than Lee. Like, okay, I can acknowledge that Lee is harder to play than Alisa, harder to play than Anna, harder to play than Nina, harder to play than Azuka, harder to play than like all these crayon eater characters, as he likes to say, Lars and all this shit. Yeah, I would say he is harder. Yeah.
pretty hard in general is constantly stop people from stepping, even after plus frames. Like if you do back 3-3, you gotta worry about somebody sidestepping, ducking, and down back 3+4, you gotta worry about people sidestepping, ducking, even after it's plus frames. So it's hard, man. It's
What
hard.
characters in Tekken 8 would you consider difficult? A Brian, Kazuya, Dragunov, not Devil Jin, not Heihachi, not Steve, not Paul. Man, everyone else is kinda, for me, not so hard. I don't know. Armor King. A little bit above average. But hard is... Nah, not hard. Reina is not hard. Heihachi is not hard. Jin is not hard. Nah. I played those characters. I know they are not hard.
Hard.
I'd probably put him right outside of that, but he's very strong. So
Is Brian really harder than Lee? I think so, yeah.
So don't get me wrong. Like I don't think this video was
I think Brian is stronger. I think Brian is stronger than Lee. I don't think he is easier though.
very good. He just was kind of one-dimensional, just showing Lee's strengths that everybody knows is Lee's strengths. That's cool to show a Lee's a character's strength.